Hi, my name is Amanda Savage. I'm an electrical engineering major, class of 2016. Besides that, I do animal aid and I do China care and intramural soccer. So I think I always knew I was going to do something in math and science. My parents are both chemical engineers and I've always been good at math and solving puzzles and problem solving. So I think I knew in high school that I was going to be an engineer. And specifically electrical engineering because, you just start narrowing down the choices. I'm not good at chemistry. I wasn't good at geometry, whatever, building, stuff for civil engineering. So electrical engineering just seemed to make sense. Plus I like doing stuff with my hands. And besides electrical engineering, I did debate between architecture for a while in high school, and I was choosing between the two. But engineering just seemed more practical at the time, and it seems much less competitive to get ahead, so I think that's why I chose engineering. So my favorite class is one that I'm taking right now, a senior design project, which I feel like most engineers probably have to take, but ours is year-long for electrical engineering. And I love it because it's taught by Professor Lasser, and he's sort of like a fatherly figure to all of us. And also our major, the electrical computer engineers, have gotten really bonded through all the tough work we had to do through junior year. So we're all very close. And that class is great because it's the one class where we all get together and we just get life lessons from Professor Lasser, and it really prepares you for the real world and makes us all calm down and see what's ahead. So my favorite project is the one I'm doing right now for the senior design class. And it's me and 6 other people, and we're doing a year-long project doing something called synthetic aperture radar drone. So it's a hexacopter, and we're working with MIT Lincoln Labs, and it's been a very interesting experience. Basically, the goal of the project is to get this drone to do a test flight, and we're trying to image specifically the baseball field scoreboard, because it's a large object in a big open space. And I'm working specifically on GPS navigation and hardware integration, and it's been very challenging and very rewarding when we get stuff done right. So the biggest challenge academically, I think, is the same challenge that all engineers go through, which is the balance between academics, social life, all of that. It gradually gets harder and harder, freshman to sophomore year. And then specifically for electrical engineers, junior year sort of hits you like a brick. And they warn you ahead of time, the ECE class ahead of us really warned us that it was going to be hard, but you don't realize how bad it is until you really get in it. So finding that balance was really tough because, I was spending all my weekends at Halligan, and I wasn't seeing friends as often or doing as much extracurriculars. But I would say it's about the same difficulty now, senior year, but I've definitely found the balance. I've learned to when to let go and let go of some of the academic responsibilities to have a life outside of it. So yeah, that was definitely the biggest challenge to get used to. So yeah, all my past summers since I've been at college have been spent at home, which is in Richmond, Virginia. And my first couple summers, I was a camp counselor, which was so much fun. It was a good break from school to go home and play with kids and be out in the sun, which was really fun. And then after my junior year, I had an internship over by the beach in the Newport News area where I worked at this shipbuilding, humongous Newport News shipbuilding company, and that was really fun. I worked with combat nuclear submarines as an electrical engineering intern, which sounds really intense, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, that was really fun. I love going home for summers and being down south. So one thing I wish I could redo is definitely getting a lot of my science electives out of the way so I could potentially have studied abroad. I think not studying abroad was one of my biggest regrets, and it is really hard for engineers to study abroad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but had I known very early on, I could have definitely figured out a way, and a couple of electrical engineers figured out a way, and I'm so jealous of them. So I think that's something I would definitely have loved to do, is to go see a new culture and experience something different. One of the engineering things that have always blown my mind is the Hubble telescope, for sure. I mean, when you think about it, it's 25 years old. It's this old school machine, and it's taking these amazing high-resolution pictures of galaxies far away and planets far away, and I think that's always blown my mind because seeing the visuals of it. And yeah, my laptop background for a while was Crab Nebula that was taken by the Hubble telescope, so I've always been fascinated by it.